Falcons visiting the Carolina Panthers, and at the 2 minute and 9 second mark in the first quarter, the Panthers ran this in run. It's often said that you can see where a play is going to go before it starts, and this is certainly true. Take a look at the defensive end here for the Falcons, but look at what normally in traditional sense would be the outside linebacker 5 yards off as opposed to down here. And what happens is that when the play is ran, like right, let's freeze it right there, okay? You see how the offensive tackle 79 pulled, and then they actually had tight end was flexed, came up to block the defensive end, but the linebackers are so far off the ball and that they can't make a play effectively. If the linebacker was back and down on the line of scrimmage here, right there, he could simply come in around the block and disrupt the play. But he's so far off, too far off, and there's no reason for that. And someone would say, well, we'll stop the slant. But if you're concerned about the slant, well, then why have the cornerback so far up, right? It's just the easy way to play zone, but you don't need to worry about playing a zone and the running. The question anybody would ask is, why do some teams do this? I'm going to give you a simple answer. Because they learned it in high school, in college, and they watch Madden boards, and they're used to having defenses like this, but they don't actually evaluate these defenses against true time and motion studies, physics, and also what worked in the past. So what we get are defenses that are far out of touch with, well, a type of offensive formation that hasn't changed in a long, long time. So there's really no reason to run this kind of defensive formation, but they do. And the result for the Falcons wasn't pretty. He takes the ball. See how there's no outside contain because there's no outside linebacker effectively. And the defensive end has been, as we saw before, blocked by these really, he looks like he's a flexed, I said a flexed tight end, a flanker, but he's actually a tight end. And he blocks. So watch what he does. He comes in and down blocks. See that? All right. And so he comes in and down blocks him. He comes in and down blocks. Comes in, down blocks the end. See, there he is, and there's the end. All right. And so that end should be further in, if you will, and down. The outside linebacker's too far. So this play was destined for success, and undoubtedly based on the Panthers' own film study, feeling like, hey, we can get some yards out of this. And as you can see, they almost got a first down, and arguably did. That doesn't need to happen. It doesn't need to happen. The Falcons have to do better at their defensive formations. In fact, a number of NFL teams do. This is a simple reason why we have such observations of bad defense in the NFL. They're not wrong at all. They're not wrong. So let's see how this contest comes out. But if there's more like this, it's not going to be good for the Falcons. They are 1-1. They need this win. If they don't, they'll be 1-2, and so will the Carolina Panthers. Subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube and bookmark NFL News by Zenny62.com.